Text.
Hey! Do you really think you can get away from me? You're gonna pay for slinging mud in my face! How do you, a mere housewife, plan to bring up a high school kid like Sandy? Give me a break!
The divorce has already gone through for your information. I have nothing further to talk to you about. And I already found a good-paying job. So I plan to put Sandy through college no matter what. And I don't need your help.
You sure don't know anything about real life, do you? Do you even realize the huge pay difference between you and me?
Why did you even contact me? What exactly do you want to say? Spit it out, I don't have all day. To be honest, we just want you gone from our lives. So if you got something to say it for God's sake.
Your income is gonna drop drastically. You do realize that? I hope. I mean, you forget that you are married to a guy who works at a major corporation.
Yeah, a guy who works at a major corporation that had a mistress and played around constantly. What's more, you made us live on a pittance. I even had to work part-time to make ends meet. Yeah, right, a real provider. You never allowed us to enjoy ourselves. To be honest, it was pure misery living with you. When we came home, all you did was treat us like slaves. If the dinner I cooked was not to your liking, you would just dump it in the trash bin. Or you would toss Sandy's homework in the trash out of spite. At the office, you act as though you're a loving father, taking care of your family, putting on this whole fake persona. If people knew the real you, someone who treats his family like garbage, they would be rendered speechless.
But you are garbage! What can I say? A garbage woman and her garbage daughter. That's what you guys are. How else am I supposed to treat you? Yeah, like garbage. Why did you even have to give birth to a girl, for God's sake? At least you could have given me a boy. What's the use in having a girl? What use will she be when she grows up? All these years, I took care of you guys. Gave you a roof over your heads, paid for your meals, clothes, everything. This is what I get in return? Funny. I didn't even have to throw out the trash. The trash left on its own accord. If I knew it would turn out this way, I never should have picked you up off the street. All you had to do was obey my every command and simply do what I told you, but no! You always had some reason to fight back.
How could I not fight back? You cheat on me. You provide us with zero financial support. Who wouldn't react to that? You really have nerve treating women like we were your slaves. You're despicable.
Yeah, well, just keep this in mind. A woman is only useful until she's in her mid-20s. That's it! After that, she's just an old hag. You're way over the limit. There is no use for you in this world anymore. Get that through your pea-brain head of yours. That's why I treat younger women with respect. You, on the other hand, deserve no respect whatsoever. Your expiration date reached its limit a long time ago. You belong in the trash bin.
Is that all you've got to say? Well, have fun with your mistress then. Good riddance.
You bet I will. Unlike you, she's super smart. She never gets angry or complains about a thing. I will be very happy living with her. I should have done this years ago. Why I kept you after the expiration date, I don't know. But this does not mean I forgive you for leaving me. Don't you forget that. I'm not finished with you yet. If you want me to pay child support for Sandy, you better get down on your hands and knees and beg like the tramp you are. And you do that in front of my house. And then I may provide you with a little financial support. And I'm sure you need it.
No need for that, we're good to go. We don't want a cent from you. I don't want to ever rely on you or your money. So please, get lost. We don't ever want anything to do with you again. Just leave us be. Goodbye and good riddance. Hey, Sandy, just finished work. I'm getting on the subway. Hey, Mom, just in time. I just walked through the door. I'll get dinner ready right away. Bought some of your favorite pork dumplings on the way. Oh my God, I love those things. Thanks. I'm really sorry. I know you probably just finished school. Making me dinner? You should be studying. Come on, Mom, don't start again. I'm doing it because I love it, that's all. Don't worry about it. Anyways, you're always working for me. Ever since we left home. I have to pay you back for all you've done for me. So, please, let me do at least a little cooking and cleaning, and like I said, I actually kind of enjoy cooking. Yeah, right, but you're already in college. I mean, you must… What? What do you mean? You know, you must have a boyfriend. Huh? Is that what you're worried about? Don't worry, nobody like that so far. I know a lot of guys at school, but no one special. Besides, if I do find a guy, I will only choose a guy that will accept you. That's how important you are to me, Mom. I'm always here for you, Mom. That will never change, so you better get used to it. Sandy, you're going to make me cry. How did I end up with such a beautiful daughter? You know what? I'm gonna stop off at that pastry shop downtown and pick up some of those chocolate donuts. Really? Yes! Okay, Mom, be careful coming home. And could you get me some of those brownies? I love those! Sure thing, Sandy. Anything for my daughter. No, wait. Forget what I just said. Huh? What's the matter? Did I say something wrong? What am I gonna do? Why? This is not happening! Mom, no, you can't! You can't come home! Just stay away! Don't come home, you hear me? He's in front of the house. Huh? What do you mean he's in front? Who's he? No way. You don't mean him? Yeah, it's him. My dad. My ex-dad. He's banging on the door. What am I going to do? The door's gonna break, Mom. He's gonna kick it down. What should I do? He's at the front door? You're sure it's him? Are you okay, Sandy? No way he's getting in the house, right? Don't you dare let him in, you got that? I got both locks secured, and the curtains are closed. He probably doesn't know I'm here. Maybe he'll give up and go away. I doubt he'll break in. He hasn't seen me. He'll give up, but… Mom, stay away from the house for now. When he's gone, I'll text you again. Hang tight. Just stay at a cafe or something for now. I'll be in touch. I can't do that. I can't have you stay there all alone with that lunatic outside. I just can't do it. When Bob gets angry, he goes nuts. He's deranged. He goes totally mental when he doesn't have his way. He'll get way more blitzo if you see him face to face. Better you stay away. I can handle this. You know I'm right, Mom. I mean, he would never hurt his own daughter. But you? He hates you. He'll go Looney Tunes if he sees you. He's banging on the door and screaming your name. Stay away, Mom, you hear me? That guy's wacky for sure. You got it, Mom? Sandy, just call the cops right away. Better to be on the safe side. Call the cops. If it's nothing, that's that. Please, just call them. Calling the police won't do shit. Remember when we called the police before you got divorced? Remember what they said after they arrived? They said it was just a family quarrel and told us to work it out. And just left us with this deranged psycho. You do remember that, right? No way I'm calling those useless jerks. I'll never forgive that cop for how he treated us. Yeah, well, that cop was old, probably retired by now. The younger cops are way more understanding, especially with young and pretty girls like yourself. I know, I was pissed off at the cop too, but I think things have changed since then. Won't hurt to call them just in case. I would rather you call them than regret it later on, so please. All right, Mom, I'll call them. Hold it a second, Mom. Looks like he's talking to someone outside. Who? What's up? Answer me! Who's he talking to? I think it's the neighbor. I've seen him around. I think it's that guy down the street. Mr. Bannon, was it? It looks like he's warning him. He looks a bit angry. Huh? Really? I hope Mr. Bannon is okay. You really should just call the cops. Bob is off his rocker, right? Never know what he'll do. Better safe than sorry. Call the police right away. No, wait. It looks fine. Dad looks like he's apologizing to Mr. Bannon. Actually looks kinda worried. Huh? Really? I know Dad always dupes people at the office and around his neighborhood with his good guy image, but around us? Around our neighbors? He's always pretty rude to them. He's sure not the type to curry favor with our friends. Yeah, you're right. If he didn't care, he'd just ignore the guy and keep banging away and screaming. I wonder if he knows Mr. Bannon. Holy crap! He just got down on his hands and knees! Looks like he's begging him for forgiveness? What the hell is going on? Who is this Mr. Bannon? What is he? A cop or something? I want to get out there and check it out. Don't you dare! I know Bob. He'll hit the roof once he sees you. Just hang on for a bit longer. I'm almost home. I'll talk to them. I'll find out what's going on. So don't you dare go out there.
Hey! Never thought you were acquainted with the former CEO of our company. Small world, huh? I mean, who would have thought?
What the hell is wrong with you? You come charging over to my house, bang on the door, scared Sandy half to death. What the hell do you want?
I was just thinking. We're forever connected somehow. Don't you think? You know Mr. Bannon? Can't just chalk it up to mere coincidence.
Well, if you would have just forgotten about us and just left us be, we never would have had any further connection. Besides, there is no connection now or ever in the future.
Come on, relax, Carol. I just wanted to show you a little respect. Figure we can talk it over and make things right again. You know, start from scratch again. What do you say?
Did you fall off your chair and hit your head recently? Do you really expect us to live with you again after how you treated us? Do you really want garbage like us back in your life? You are totally mental. If I was a cat and had 9 lives, I would reject you 9 times.
Come on, don't be that way. Let's let bygones be bygones. Let's start at a blank page. Like when we first met. I was young and hot-headed. I'm not the old Bob anymore. My thinking has changed. You should call me Robert from now on. That old Bob is gone for good. What do you say? I really regret how I treated you. I understand that now.
How many years do you think I spent watching you put on that fake persona? You can't fool me anymore. I've had it with your deception. The only reason you're being this way is probably because you found out that Mr. Bannon was the former CEO of your company. And that he's my neighbor. That's it, isn't it? I can read you like a book, Bob. For your information, we have no intention of starting over with you again. Not now, not ever. Sandy and I would be forever grateful for you if you would just leave us be and get the hell out of our lives. Thank you very much.
Okay, I got it. I won't bother you any longer. But could you just do me one favor? Could you tell Mr. Bannon that you forgave? That there are no hard feelings? You do that, and I will be gone from your lives. You know him pretty well. He seems to be fond of you. I'm sure he'll listen to you. I tried to contact him, but he's blocked me. He won't see me. You're my only chance. Come on! For old time's sake.
He comes to my home, bang on my door, scare my daughter, disrupt this peaceful neighborhood. You brought this onto yourself. Mr. Bannon came rushing over here because he heard you yelling and screaming. Anyway, you and I are complete strangers. We're not married anymore. That ended years ago. You should be grateful I didn't call the police. They could have had you arrested. Did you even realize that?
Yeah, I know that. But the fact remains that, well, if you don't help me out, I may get fired from my job. I made my way up the company. I recently made section manager. You understand, right? I can't lose this job. You gotta help me out.
Why are you even asking me? I have nothing to do with all this. Don't come groveling for help. It's actually a little offensive. You brought this all on yourself. What's more, when we got divorced years ago, you told the company that it was me who cheated on you. How could you? All those years, you treated us with such disdain.
Well, I couldn't help that. I had to maintain a proper image at work.
Wait a sec. I know why you came back to us. I bet your woman, the one you had the affair with, I bet she dropped you, am I right? I thought she was smarter than me. Well, it seems she wasn't. If she was as smart as you say, she would have dropped you before getting married. You haven't changed one bit. That mouth of yours is still working overtime, I see.
I just came back to help you guys out. I felt pity for you.
Oh yeah? Well, that's so nice of you. But we don't want or need your help. I mean, how could we accept anything from a loser like you? So, no way I'm going to explain anything to Mr. Bannon. Get yourself out of your own pile of garbage. Oh yeah? Just so you know, I told Mr. Bannon the real reason we got divorced. No matter how you tried to concoct some far-fetched story, it's too late. He knows the truth.
Come on, Carol. Have a little pity, would ya? We've been together for more than 15 years. There must have been something there. You must have cared back then. Come on, help me out here. Tell Mr. Bannon it was all a misunderstanding.
I will never forget what you did to us. Treating us with such animosity. And you want pity? Well, I'm not giving it. I didn't realize Mr. Bannon was the former CEO of your company, but I knew that after he retired, he worked as a volunteer to help out single mothers. And this house we're living in, he owns it, and he lets us live here for a fraction of the real cost. Mr. Bannon is a kind and considerate person. He's done so much for me and Sandy. I cannot lie to him, and I won't.
Give me a break! My whole career is on the line here. I get fired and I'm done. How am I supposed to find a job now, at this age?
Why should I worry about some stranger's life or career? Besides, our lives are in jeopardy too. Our lives, Sandy and mine. This is way more important than some no-good cheating ex-husband, and nobody to us. If I give in now, we would only go back to being your slave and treated like trash.
Slave, huh? I wouldn't go that far. I never treated you guys like slaves. Besides, a woman should obey his husband. It's always been like that.
Are you still going on about a wife obeying the husband? Are you still living in the 1950s? Do you ever say that in front of people at work or to Mr. Bannon's face? I bet you don't. Yeah, I figured as much. All you care about is how people perceive you at work, how the girl sees you. You're always putting on this fake persona. You're despicable.
What good would it do to tell him about what a crappy wife and useless daughter I have? What good would it do me? The only reason you exist is because of guys like me. Guys who can provide for you and protect you. You need guys like me. Wake up and smell the coffee, would you? Just do whatever I say. You'll thank me in the end.
Wow, I thought you lived in the 50s. Dark Ages is more like it. Where have you been for the past few decades? We're strangers now. I don't want you ever contacting us again, you got that? For the last time, goodbye.
Hold on a second! I'm begging for your help! You can't even have an ounce of pity for me? Come on, think of the 15 years we were together. We had some good days, right? You're not that stupid, are you? So, you're okay with me being gone? You sure are gonna regret this. Mark my words! You'll never be able to do anything without me!
Huh? You still think you're above it all? You're hopeless! Sandy and I don't need you. You've treated us like garbage for years. But I've realized that the worst piece of garbage in the world is you. That's why we dumped you. Can you ever understand that, for God's sake? That's right, Bob. You're the piece of trash. You belong in the trash bin of humanity. Well, after that line encounter, I heard he was transferred to some office way out in the country somewhere. Mr. Bannon, being the former CEO, could have insisted that he be fired, but he was afraid that if he did fire him, he could take revenge on me and Sandy. He wanted to avoid that at all costs. So he opted to get him transferred to some far-off subsidiary. As for Bob, he got bumped down to a regular staff member. We all know Bob's got a huge ego, so I'm not sure how he would take it. Not sure if his pride could take such shame. But then again, that status of working for a major corporation, he definitely didn't want to part with that. I bet he put on that fake smile of his, grit his teeth, and took it. I heard that Mr. Bannon was also brought up by a single mom, and so after retirement he volunteered to help single mothers in need. I was fortunate enough to live in his neighborhood, and he and his group helped us out, providing us with discounted housing and medical help when needed. I would never have gotten by without Mr. Bannon's help. If Mr. Bannon hadn't shown up when he did, you never know what that creep would have done to us. We owe him dearly for coming to our rescue. Of course, we wanted to call the police and press charges, but it seems that they only act after some drastic incident happens and not before. Besides, even if the police took him away, he would not be gone for long. He'd probably be out in a few hours. Then what? He'd definitely come right back to taunt us. So, we figured this would be the best punishment for him. As for the woman he was having an affair with, well, apparently she dumped him and found a way nicer guy than Bob. I heard she recently got married. Well, looks like she threw out the trash too. I guess he came back to us because he had nowhere else to go. Nobody would put up with his bullshit. I was furious he would even think we'd take him back. But I feel this is truly the end of this relationship. As long as the company doesn't fire him and keeps him away from us, he'll face up to what he did as long as he can keep his job. Any contact with us and he loses his job. That'll keep him in line. So now Sandy and I can finally relax and get on with our lives. He was a garbage husband, but one thing I will thank him for is that he gave me a beautiful daughter. She is the most precious thing in my life.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Wow, that was a long day. Finally finished work.
Just finished up your rounds, huh? Boy, being a doctor can be pretty taxing.
Yeah, well, I'm still an intern. Got a lot to learn. But I sure would like to stand on my own soon.
Wow, you're really doing something, Andy. I'm sure you'll become a really good doctor. Keep it up. All your friends, they're all praising you, saying what a great doctor you'll be. My dad even said you're an upstanding young man. I know, sounds real old-timey.
Yeah? Well, I'm really nothing special. Everyone's the same. Oh, you mentioned friends. That reminds me. I heard that Darren is getting married.
Darren? You mean Darren Nettleman? Wasn't he that guy you went to college with?
Yeah, that's him. Apparently he's been going out with his girlfriend since high school.
Oh yeah? How sweet.
Seems like a lot of people are getting married recently. That kinda got me thinking.
Thinking about what?
About marriage.
Huh? Wow, that was out of the blue.
And my internship will end pretty soon, so I figured we should at least discuss it. I sort of want to settle down about now.
I see.
What do you think?
Could we put a hold on that for a bit longer? Maybe it would be better to wait a while. Anyways, you'll probably be pretty busy after the internship is over and you'll start getting more responsibilities.
Being a doctor is a full-time job. I'll probably be busy forever. Patients never stop coming. There's no end to it. I'll definitely be busy going forward. To be honest, now was the best time to get married. At least I have a little time. And also, we've been dating for a while now. Maybe it's about time, huh?
Yeah, you're right. I know. But it would cost money to get married, right? I really don't have much savings.
Don't worry about that. I'll pay for the wedding. No problem there.
Yeah, but it's all kind of a sudden.
Oh yeah, right. I've always liked you, Mary, and you know I always had marriage in mind. But I guess you're not all that enthusiastic. Not really interested in marrying me, I suppose.
No, it's not that. Don't get me wrong. It was just so sudden, it kind of caught me off guard. Now, who wouldn't want to marry an up-and-coming, brilliant doctor like you, Andy?
Really? Are you being honest? I hope you're not just saying that to make me feel good.
Of course I'm being honest. I really do love you, Andy.
Wow, that's a relief. Me too. I love you too, with all my heart. That means I have to go and say hello to your mom and dad pretty soon.
My mom and dad's place? Right.
Yeah, we really should go and see them.
All right, then. How about next Sunday?
Wow, that was quick.
Well, you know what they say. Strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Okay, then Sunday it is.
Frank, please help me.
Hey, sis, what's the matter? Something wrong?
If I don't do something right away, my boyfriend, I don't know what he'll do to me.
What are you talking about, Mary? Calm down for a second, explain it all to me.
My boyfriend, he's so possessive that he won't let me go outside. I've been stuck in the house for God knows how long. I'm stuck here. I'm a prisoner. He's in the shower right now, so I had a chance to contact you. If he catches me, he's going to be super pissed. I was going to call and talk to you directly, but you know he'll hear me.
Where are you right now? Give me the address. I'll head over there right now and get you the hell out of there.
No, you can't do that.
Excuse me? You're being held against your will for Pete's sake. Why not?
Because he's got a weapon. He always has it ready for times like this. I don't want you to get hurt. If I even think of leaving him, if I try to run, he plans to take me with him. So it would be better if you stayed away.
Are you serious, Mary? Who is this guy? Sounds like a total nutcase to me. I'm going to call the cops.
No, please, not cops, Frank.
Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
We really should call the cops. The guy's a psycho. I'll give them a call, so tell me where you're at. I'll go with them and get you the hell out of there.
Hold on a second, Frank. I'd prefer if you didn't do that.
Excuse me? Are you serious? The guy's holding you against your will. That's a crime. They'll arrest him on the spot. You'll be free from this guy.
I really don't want this thing to get all overblown. You know what I mean? Just don't get the police involved for now, please?
You really think I'm okay with that? No way, sis. I'm calling the cops right away.
Please, I beg you, Frank, no cops. Sorry. You mind if I explain things a little more?
All right, I get it. There more to this? Is that what you're saying? Let's hear it. I've got plenty of time.
I'm pregnant. Or at least I was.
Excuse me? Hold on a second. You're having a kid? You? My little sister? So that means the kid is this psycho's kid? Is that what you're telling me?
That's right. I really didn't want his kid, but...
I understand. You don't have to explain any further.
At first, I didn't want this child. I was angry at it, like him being inside me. But then after some time, I began to cherish this child inside me more and more. This child was my only hope, the only thing keeping me going, the only escape from this nightmare of a life.
Mary, are you really okay? You sound distraught.
But this child is no longer in me.
Huh? Does that mean you already gave birth?
No, he was adamant that I would not have his child.
You're not serious.
I am. It's the truth. Please believe me. Like I said, he's very possessive. He says the only person he needs affection for is the person he loves most, me. He doesn't let anyone else get between us, so I had no choice. I'm really sorry. I mean it. I'm so sorry. I was so frightened. I had no way of fighting back. I'm at my wit's end, Frank. I can't take this anymore. That's why I finally got the courage up to contact you. I had to do something.
I see. It must have been really hard on you. Just leave it up to your big brother. I'll take care of everything. Don't you worry about a thing. I'll get you out of there. I'm going to head over there right now.
Please, no. Wait, not right now. Now's not a good time. We really shouldn't hurry this. I know the guy. We have to take him off guard when he least expects it.
Yeah, I guess you have a point.
Right? So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. He's just recently been hinting that he wants to get married pretty soon. Well, if that's the case, we have to go over to Mom and Dad's place to, pay our respects, so to speak. So, we're planning on going over there this coming Sunday. Would you be able to rescue me then?
I get your point. Yeah, I could do that. You think you can hold off till then?
Yeah, I think I can manage until then. When our plans are set, I'll send you a message when I can sneak away, so wait, okay?
No need for that. Better not have any contact. He might get suspicious. I'll just be ready to go over to Mom and Dad's place at any time Sunday. Hey, Mary. Send me back a reply, would you? I just woke up here at the hospital. I'm a little confused. When I got to your house last Sunday, your dad and your brother confronted me for, I don't really know. They were pretty pissed off for some reason. I had no idea what they were talking about. Did I do or say something wrong?
Oh, you finally came to. I'm so glad. I told the hospital that you fell down the stairs and hit your head.
You told them I fell down the stairs? Why would you do that?
Well, my brother, you never know what he'll do next. I'm just worried. I can't very well say he beat you up, right? My brother was in the military. He's pretty strong.
I don't get why your brother was so angry, though. What did I ever do to him?
Yeah, well, my brother Frank is kind of a hothead. I guess he just didn't like you or something. To be honest, I could never figure him out.
I don't know. He was pretty pissed off. There must have been a reason. Can't imagine someone getting that PO just because he dislikes me. Makes no sense.
I really have no idea. Anyway, I can't marry someone my family dislikes so much. I'm really sorry. I think we should break up.
Hold on right there. Are you serious? What is this all about? All this makes zero sense. It's all just so sudden. We just break it off just like that? You owe me a little more explanation than that. Come on, Mary.
Please don't contact me anymore. Goodbye.
Hello, this is Frank, right? I'm sorry to message you like this. I know it's kind of late. This is Andy. You know, the guy that was going out with your sister. You remember me, right? Can we talk? It won't take long. What the hell do you want? You really got some nerve contacting me. You piece of shit! That little beating wasn't enough for you, huh? I thought long and hard trying to figure out why you and your father would beat the crap out of me. But no matter how hard I tried, I could not find an answer. Would you just tell me why? That's all I ask. This is killing me. Are you nuts? You really have the audacity to ask me that? Did that beating go to your head? Have you lost your memory? What are you saying? You don't remember? I have no intention of forgiving you. But this doesn't make sense. You really went too far. I mean, beating me up for no reason? I could sue you guys for assault and battery. Yeah? Well, I don't care. If saving my sister from the likes of you sends me to jail, so be it. I have no regrets. What do you mean, save Mary? From me? What the hell did I do to her? Don't play the innocent little boy. I know exactly what you did to her. She told me everything. You enslaved her. You kept her locked up in the house. And what's more, you made her abort her child. For that, I will never forgive you. Excuse me? Yes, I do recall you saying something like that when you had me up against the wall. What was that about? I really don't know what you're talking about. Please, just explain it to me. I said don't play innocent with me, buddy. Please, just listen, just for a second. I'm currently living at the hospital dorm, so we're not living together or anything. And about her having a kid, I didn't even know she was pregnant. Exactly when was this? Recently? She says she aborted the child in May of this year. In May? This year? Well, then that's not possible. Excuse me? How is that not possible? Well, she had a test conducted at our hospital for issues concerning her. She saw a gynecologist. That was back in March, as you probably recall. She was a patient at the hospital for a while and she continued to stop in for checkups. I was a bit concerned for her condition, so although I'm still an intern, I made sure I was present during all the checkups. I checked her report regularly and there was no sign of her being pregnant. If you don't believe me, I could show you her medical report during this time. Your family, so it wouldn't be confidential. Yeah, sure. You're probably in cahoots with the hospital. You guys probably rewrote the report, didn't you? You guys could rewrite those reports on a whim. You really expect me to believe you? I'm still just an intern. I have no power over that hospital. I haven't even met the hospital director yet. I'm probably one of maybe 20 or so interns. No way a mere intern has the authority to rewrite a medical report. I'd be barred from the medical profession if I did that. Maybe if I was working at a small neighborhood clinic, maybe, but it's pretty risky. Falsifying such things is a crime, you know? Anyways, I work in ER for now. I wouldn't really have access to patient files. Nice try, buddy, but there is someone who can corroborate the whole thing. A witness? What do you mean? Yeah, that's right. A guy who works at the same hospital as you. Name's Darren. I'm sure you know him. Apparently he advised Mary when she got pregnant. I think his name was Darren, Nettleman, that's it. Darren? Yeah, I know him. We're both interns. We came to the hospital about the same time. Yeah, well, don't bore me with the personal stuff. I don't have the time. Wonder what he has to do with any of this. He's in the gynecology department, right? No, he does work for the same hospital as I do, but he's a radiology technician. You know, x-ray tests and stuff like that. Huh? I have no idea what you're saying. Darren failed to get into medical school. That's why he opted to become a radiology technician. But he went to the same university as you, right? That's right, but he was in a different department. No way that's true! My sister said he worked in the gynecology department. Are you insinuating that my sister is lying? You do a little checking, you'll find out soon enough that Nettleman is no doctor, just an x-ray technician. Just call the hospital and ask them. Simple as that. Huh, yeah, but I gotta say, this is really strange. I have a bad feeling about this, so I'm gonna do a little checking myself. If you don't mind, I'll contact you again tomorrow. Hey, Mary, before you cut me off, let's just talk for a second.
Andy, I told you not to contact me anymore. I really have nothing more to say.
Why did you lie to your brother and your dad about me?
Huh? What are you talking about? What's this about lying? I never lied to anybody.
And I know you've been having an affair with Darren Nettleman.
Huh? Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
No use trying to deny it, Mary. I had a private detective check you guys out. I've got all the proof I need that you and Nettleman were seeing each other behind my back. Pointless lying about it now. Like I said, I got the goods and the truth will come out sooner or later. So I urge you to just fess up. Just tell the truth for once, Mary. Why did you go and lie to your brother and father about this? Why didn't you just come out and say you met someone and wanted to break it off? I mean, I think I'm a pretty understanding guy.
I didn't want to get married. There, I said it.
Excuse me?
I didn't want to marry you. Yeah, that's right. I wanted to marry Darren.
Then why? Why didn't you just say you wanted to break up?
Yeah, that's easy for you to say. Can you imagine the backlash I would have got from my family and relatives if I dumped you? A promising young doctor? They never would have shut up about it. I just couldn't bear to hear their crap. I figured if I made you into a real creep, an abuser, a total psycho, well, then I could break up with you. Everyone would feel sorry for me, praising me for dumping you.
You concocted this little scheme just for that? You're unbelievable!
Boy, I didn't figure Frank and my dad would fly off the handle like they did. I sure didn't plan that. Man, he really worked you over. Figured he would just yell at you. Ex-military, I should have known. That was quite the show. That idiot. He could have gotten arrested for attacking you like that. What a total idiot.
What's so funny about that?
Huh? Excuse me?
I said, what do you find so funny about all this? I really fail to find the humor in it.
Oh my god, are you pissed off at me? You do realize that if anything happens to me, if you touch a hair on my head, my brother will pay you a visit. You got that? Boy, Andy, you should really think about the consequences of your actions. But I guess you never really had any balls. Bet you're scared to even take revenge on me. You'll just shrink away like the little Nancy boy that you are.
Actually, I'm here with them right now. Your brother and your dad.
Excuse me?
I said your brother Frank and your dad. They're here, standing right next to me. You understand what I'm saying? You're done, Mary. Everyone knows what you did.
Nope, that's bullshit.
No, it's true. They've been watching this back and forth from the very beginning. They're both furious. They can't stop apologizing to me for what they did, or should I say, what you made them do.
No way. You would never be able to wrangle that. You're too chicken shit. Impossible. You don't even know how to contact them.
Actually, a friend of mine went to the same high school as your brother. I got his line info from... no problem. Man, your brother and especially your dad, they are super pissed at you. Maybe even more than they were that day when they confronted me. Oh yeah, you want to converse with your brother? He's right here. Hold on a second.
No, you don't have to. I'll call him later, so...
Hey, Mary, one thing's for sure, sis. I'm never going to forgive you for what you did. You hear me, Mary? Well, I'm sure you can imagine what happened to her after that. Her brother and dad really laid into her, and I don't blame them in the least. I heard they, apparently her whole family, completely cut ties with her. They felt responsible for what happened to me and even turned themselves into the police. I don't plan on pressing charges, though. They're also the victims in this whole affair. I don't blame them at all. I also received a generous compensation for what I went through. I didn't ask for it, but they insisted. If the tables were turned and I was told that my sister had been abused, I probably would have done the same thing. Of course, it's never a good idea to use violence to get your point across. But what can I say? They were duped. I can understand Frank's anger. As for Mary, her family abandoned her and she started living with this Nettleman guy. But that didn't last long. Nettleman had already made plans to marry this other girl and dropped her soon afterwards. But it didn't end there. Nettleman's future bride found out about this little affair with Mary and dropped him. Funny how these people always seem to self-destruct. I'm not sure what happened to Mary after that. I never want to go through that again, so in order to protect myself, I took up mixed martial arts. I'm actually getting pretty good at it. Well, as a result, I lost like 20 pounds and my health improved drastically. I think I'll put all this behind me and start seeing other people. Maybe this time I'll find the right one.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.